page. I'm not on that page yet, but well, here we are. We are now live. All right. Well, everybody, welcome to another episode. This was an unscheduled, unplanned episode. It was kind of another spare of the moment. We love spare of the moment
Oh yeah.
ideas, because just to have fun,
Oh
and
shit.
see where things go. Oh, what was that?
Sorry.
Your phone?
Yeah. I always forget to turn that volume off before I do that.
Um, let's see what else we got. There's something I was gonna jump off and share. I'll tell you what. I want to go ahead and give everybody a chance to go ahead and plug in everything. Looking on my panel here, I got looking from left to right. I got Jimmy. Jimmy, I want to give you the opportunity if you want to go ahead and plug in your shows or any events for the public before we get started.
Sure. Well, first off, we'll go ahead and start with our con J from 8 a.m. to 8. We're going to have 8
Oops.
Oh, Jimmy, you're breaking up.
speakers
You
there.
froze up on us.
There'll be, let's see, I think it's going to try to come in and at least hang out with us some. But there'll be other speakers there. I mean, it's going to be great. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you broke up a little bit on part of that. For those who might have missed that, yeah, Jimmy was referring to the Harlan, Kentucky CryptoCon in June 8th. So yeah. I just wanted to repeat that real brief because you broke up a little bit there. Yeah. Um. All right. Next on the
You still
panel we
got.
got.
Oops.
Oh, I'm
Go
sorry. Go
ahead.
ahead, Nikki.
No, I was just going to ask Jimmy if he still had a lot of weather, wind, and stuff over there, whatever. Jimmy,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
it's still bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, rain and all that craziness. I mean, we had one places where they go to get the kids and stuff across what is called Pine Mountain.
It's freezing up.
Lines, uh, buried power lines and things like that. So yeah, it was pretty bad.
Mm.
All right. Hold on one sec. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Your connections. Yeah. I know the weather was like that here. The last 2 days. Today we've had some really good weather. I mean, a break from it. It actually reached about 60 degrees, and I think we started off with a little bit of breeze, but it was actually really nice up here. But like I said, the last 2 days was awful, and I mean, you could hear it sounded like a hurricane or a tornado right outside your house. The way the wind was, it was pretty scary, ugly. But I know that's been messing up. Even though today we had a nice day, I do believe that had a lot to do with my connections and my signals and stuff. Uh, it had the wind and the rain and everything. It had a lot to do with the interruptions. So up this way anyway. Maybe I'm sure others have experienced that as well. All
Yeah,
right, Nick.
me and
Oh,
my
go ahead,
partner
Jimmy.
in crime, Marcella. Me and my partner in crime, Marcella Chadwick, last night was trying to do a live, and it took us like 4 times before we actually got everything down. Nikki was watching us, and she was talking to us while we were doing it. It was crazy. It's just the weather has affected the internet here in this area so bad. It's been funny.
Wow. Yeah, I do believe. I know my daughter was talking about her phone. Her phone was acting up. And I don't know. I think it's just maybe her phone. I don't know, but yeah, it's been crazy though. Um, Southern Ohio catfish. Oh, cool. All right. Um, hey Tracy, I see Tracy's on the live chat. That's awesome.
That, I was just
Yeah.
going to tell you that.
Okay. um, Nikki, what's new with you?
Not much. I mean, it's a busy week. The kids get off early because there's all kinds of parent-teacher conferences, and then that's today and tomorrow, and then Thursday I've got that concert, and then it's all kinds of stuff going on.
Huh. Right.
But normal things, no Bigfoot things.
That's
Other than I
cool.
did watch a shitload of that uh, homesteader guy,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah, that's something else. He
What do you? What's your take on him? I mean, some people
I
think you think
I
he's
can tell you
serious.
exactly. I can tell you exactly what's all happened with him. I mean, I even took notes. Um, this guy started. He started like back in 2016, and his channel is called Homesteading Off the Grid. And I don't know if some of you may follow him or not, but recently his videos have been popping up, and they're really funny. They're kind of, a lot of them are hilarious, but you can't ever get the hang if he's telling the truth or if he's satire or what's going on. So I went back and watched well, not all his stuff, because his channel is truly just homesteading stuff. Him cooking with his wife, him outside tilling. He names every single animal in his yard, you know. So it just, a lot of it is that. So I skipped all of that stuff, and it turns out that like last year around Octoberish, he started hearing things and seeing eyes and stuff like that out behind his home there, and he lives right off the Blue Ridge Parkway. He's right
Oh,
he's right there in Central Virginia off the Blue Ridge Parkway, close to a place called Charlottesville.
are you serious?
Yeah.
He's like
He
45 minutes. He's like 45 minutes from me.
and he owns like a little tree nursery or something,
Holy crap.
and his name is Kevin Lake.
We deliver my company when we go on runs, we deliver to a nursery up there in Charlottesville.
You probably delivered to him then. I seriously, that's him, and he's got about 50 some odd videos dedicated to Bigfoot Sasquatch, because that's what he says. He always says Bigfoot Sasquatch. Um,
Wow.
but they don't ever show anything. It's just him trying to point to things in the back of him, or he puts up these little cutout circles and squares and puts them like that. So it's a lot of silly stuff. I mean, I think originally it started with something he couldn't explain, and now it's gotten to where he's getting a lot of views, and now he's just trying to feed the fire.
Wow.
But
Well,
it could be some of it's real. It's just he makes it, kind of funny.
well, the thing is, let me make mention. First of all, a couple things here. Arena Linsky on the live chat said they've been following him for quite a while, which that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you happen to know his real name, that'd be great.
It's Kevin Lake. Oh, you
Oh,
don't
Kevin
think that's
Lake.
his name? Well, that's what he says, his name is on the channel. So,
Kevin Lake. Okay, I'm gonna write that down just for the heck of it. All right. Well, the thing is, no one are hearing that, knowing his location. Because it depends on what part of Charlottesville you're in. Because Charlottesville is kind of a fairly decent large area. You got Nelson County and Albemarle County. All right, those are two big counties. There's because basically on Charlottesville, you're on the east side of Blue Ridge. I'm over here on the west side of Blue Ridge. I'm in the Shenandoah Valley. He's just on the outside. But um, I'll be honest with you. There actually has been. I've heard from other sources. There's been other Bigfoot reports that have come out of that general surrounding area. So that's what that
oh,
makes that interesting.
yeah, his
So
area does look very squatchy. I mean, it looks, like the rest of Virginia. I mean, it's just very thick, and so he has stories like a tennis ball shows up, you know, a whole different color than the ones they have. And he goes and he gets this carrot. Okay. The biggest dang carrot I ever seen. I mean, it's about that wide, you know, and it's huge carrot, and he takes a bite out of it and then he leaves it for the Sasquatch. So
Right.
but it's weird. You never see anything come get it or anything. It's just there. And then his most recent videos have him where he put the camera in the wood pile, but nothing happens, you know, nothing comes or anything. It's just, as far as I know, nothing's come in the couple of ones, unless somebody on here says that he has a really good video to watch.
Well, Arena Linsky mentions he goes on to mention he does the circles and rectangles
Yeah.
because people kept complaining that they couldn't see anything. He
Right.
has a couple of videos that explain the whole cutout thing. I'm not sure
Yeah.
about what the cutout thing. I know. Was there a video
It's
or
just
something he had?
it's just red cardboard paper that he's cut into a triangle, and then he holds them up by the side of him to help you see supposedly what he's looking at through his finder behind him.
Ah,
And
okay, okay.
but he go, you know, it's very comical. The whole thing is very comical, and I believe it's not real. He's just feeding it. Something was there, something is strange maybe happening,
Right.
but it's more comical now. And because for a while there he got very serious, because he gets trolls just like everybody, you know, everybody gets trolls who, and they really came down hard on him because he wanted to do something called inspirational ornaments, where you send him an inspirational story about what's happened in your life, and he took a Christmas ornament and then he put it on his tree in his yard.
Oh
And I
wow.
mean, he got this whole little tree just full of ornaments, and he had to move to another tree to do that. So it's like, you know, it was really awesome stories and everything, but a lot of that, you know, he addressed the troll thing that happens to everybody.
Oh, I got you. So right now, I mean, I know looking at the live chat, there's a couple people that like one, hold on, let me come back and look at that real quick because I actually jumped off for a second. Um, yeah, I guess they were talking about he's just it's hard to take. I guess he's hard to take serious. One person said something about maybe it's good for a good laugh or something. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
know, that like I said, I think it was something originally because he kept hearing stuff while he was doing one of his videos, but now he's just kind of making it into a Bigfoot thing. I don't
Right.
think he's really serious because in one video, he his video was how to get the video out of your property or something like that. And you see him in his car and he takes off, and he's out in a different area, we don't know where, but saying that he's trying to drive the Bigfoot out of his property. And he's
Yeah.
just sitting there reading a book, you know.
Well, yeah.
So
Stephen Moore made a very interesting statement here, and this may be very well may be true. Um, Stephen Moore said, "I've watched this guy. My take is that he is mocking the Bigfoot community."
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, it started one way, and I think he just got all these views, and now he's feeding it and just trying to make more views. So,
Huh. Well, I'll tell you
but
what. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I'm just saying, but he's in a very squatchy area, so
Yeah,
there
he
could be
is.
something to it. Maybe you should get with him and go out there and hunt Sasquatch with him. Bigfoot Sasquatch. That would be a
Well,
good show. You would get a lot of people off of that, man. I'm telling you.
wow. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Just south of him is another hot spot because right here, yeah, Central Virginia is well, southwestern Central Virginia, how you want to call it, or pinpoint it. It's another hot spot. Because there's been a number of reports. If you head south of Charlottesville, into the yeah, it's probably before about an hour south of Charlottesville. You have, well, actually from Charlottesville, it's only probably about a good 45 minutes, maybe an hour. but you have Bedford County, and Bedford's a very large county that connects into Amherst and so forth. And man, I can't tell you all the different reports, not just from me. I've heard so many, but I've learned that there was others that were from online reports that I learned about. You know, and then I've heard stories from people themselves. So yeah, I mean, I gotta believe. I'm not gonna dismiss what people are telling me because collaborates with other stories, and it seems like there's a pattern there because this, there's like one event happened here. Then I learned about this event down here. I said, wait a minute, these are all within the same general area, within just so many miles, which makes me really believe that there is really something there. So yeah, that's interesting. It's yeah, he's in a hot spot. I like to believe, especially if he's yeah, just outside this, because Charlottesville, there's a part of Charlottesville that's kind of pretty well built up. But he's got to be probably in the uh south part of Charlottesville. Outside, well, more to the western part of Charlottesville, right outside of where the college is, because we have because you got what's the University of Virginia. Yeah, you got UVA. No, because UVA is one of our, it's one of our top colleges here in Virginia. That's in Charlottesville. So, and then of course you get JMU, which is right up the road from me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but so yeah, it's that's interesting though. That is interesting.
Hey, Daniel,
Yes.
can you make Wes Babs moderator?
Yeah, I can do that. If
Because
the,
all we have is I think Tracy in there right now, and I need a little help.
okay. All right, Wiz Babs is now a moderator.
Whether you like it or not.
Wait a minute, it didn't
No,
show.
it didn't come
It
up.
didn't show. It didn't show a blue, but it said it confirmed it on my end.
Maybe it needs to do a cycle or something.
Oh, maybe yeah, because I click on his name again. Apparently, I've done it because it's yeah, it shows that it's been done. Wiz Babs, you are now a moderator. Come with me if you want to live.
Yep, there it goes.
Thank God, because it's not a tumor. Sorry, repeating Kindergarten Cop and Arnold Terminator. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm leaving. I feel bad. I'm leaving. Um, Taylor. I'm forgetting your name too.
You're good, man.
I'm sorry. Like I said, keep in mind, guys, I'm on a different window, looking at different things, and I'm like, my mind's everywhere. But no, I'm excited because I'm off of work tomorrow. Yay! Because my boss was
Lucky.
cool. But yeah, well, it's funny because I'm sitting in the back room at work. I finally have a break at work, and I was like, you know what? I I got on my phone. It's funny. I could have got up and walked to my boss's office, but I sent him a text message. I
Oh
said,
God.
"Are you cool if I take tomorrow off?" And then at the end of the day, he said, "Yeah, that's fine." So, but it's all good. But yeah, Taylor, I just wanted to jump with you. I know you were live before this year, and
Yeah.
I didn't get to listen to it because I was actually dozing off. I was I was pretty much asleep in
Yeah.
my recliner, and then my daughter woke me up. She's, "Aren't you doing a live thing?" I was like, "Yeah, crap, I got to get going here."
You
So,
wanted to do this. This is
well,
not
I
our
know,
normal time.
I know it's not, but it's pretty cool. We got a nice turnout right now, so I
Yeah.
mean, so this is nice. But yeah, Taylor, I'll put you on the spot there for a second. What's going on with you?
Man, just working, trying to get over a cold, and hopefully you're gonna get in the woods this weekend and waiting on a FLIR camera for Bigfoot Odyssey, and then
Nice.
yeah, and now just
We
wait, trying to get it, and then getting excited because there's two awesome crypto cons and Bigfoot cons coming up. Well, one awesome crypto con and one awesome Bigfoot con coming up in June. So that's what I'm waiting on. I'm counting down the days. yours and Jimmy's.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's our first questions are coming up.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I was just quickly writing short notes down to keep for those questions, but yeah, we'll get to them very shortly. Let's see. Well, all right. Here's a question I want to throw out there for everybody. As far as being in the Bigfoot world, Taylor, I'm going to start with you. I don't know if you know this. Maybe someone's made it known to you or whatever. But you in general, or as a whole, I don't know if you can speak for the rest of the North Carolina Squatch watchers, but I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious. You guys have followers on YouTube, and you guys do your thing elsewhere. So I'm sure it's pretty safe to say you have fans. So, but would you ever say you have is there any obvious fan that's out there that you would consider kind of off the wall that may give you attention nonstop, perhaps that might, I don't know, I feel like they have to worship you on everything they do?
Right
and
now,
it's not me. It's not me.
No.
It is too.
If they were out there like that, I think it would be cool because I mean it's like they're promoting us and stuff like that. I mean, as long as they're not out there just bashing me all the time, bashing it. Like if there's like a hater fan and then there's good fans. Good fans, they can promote us all they want. I think that's awesome. Somebody no, that's David. Somebody just said all girls love Taylor. No, all girls love David. If they do, I think it's awesome. Because I really get into our subscribers and stuff. I love getting on there talking with them and everything. Bashing wise, do I think that would be cool? No, but I think friend and them promoting us, I think that would be awesome. But I don't. There is one person who like found us off of looking at our YouTube videos and like pulled at the end of our road one time and said and like was commenting like I pulled at the end of y'all's road beside the field at the gun place. I was like, holy cow! So that was a little strange because we don't want people like interfering with us. That's the only thing I was like, we try to keep it private, and that's the only reason. Nothing against our people. I think that did that answer your question? Like
oh yeah,
super fans. That's awesome. If you come to where we're hunting, that might interfere with our bringing authenticity to our YouTube videos, which we try to keep. I think that would be that. We don't really like it as much. And then the hater thing, like if someone makes a video about us all the time, I wouldn't like our posts about us just putting us down all the time. I wouldn't like that.
Well, I can make a statement real quick. You talk about hater fans.
Yeah.
To believe it or not, I can guarantee you, just from the experience, that it will jump your subscribers up. Because I mean, because when the hater fan is all about you, people want to go check that out. They want to see. They want to like if the hater fan is bashing you, they're sending all these people over to you.
Yeah, it's
and then
promotional.
Yeah, it's very promotional. And then when all of a sudden these people hear what you're saying, the words out of your own mouth, they're like, "Holy crap! This guy's good. This guy's awesome." This guy is not what I expected. He's more than that. Blah blah blah. So it blew my mind. I mean, it actually, well, my subscriptions have been jumping. And then all the above. My following rate on Facebook has been going a lot higher. I don't look at on Facebook. I don't look at how many friends I have because even if you reach the max, you can't get no more than that. So I always look at the followers, like how many people actually literally following me. So which I'm over 960 something people. So which I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, even for me, my YouTube channel, I haven't put out any new content in about 3-4 years, and I jumped from like 60 to 80 something.
Yeah. Wow.
In the last month, and I'm like, oh my gosh, should I start doing videos again or?
Well,
You know, because they're there, but I'm not giving them anything new other than what I had back, back then.
oh yeah.
Now I feel bad that everybody's subscribing, but I don't have anything new.
Yeah, and like big YouTubers, like the ones with millions of subscribers,
Yeah.
and stuff, they'll fake like beefs with each other just so they'll get like,
More.
oh, who's you talking about? So it does kind of play in your favor, like
It
like
does.
yeah,
I
yeah,
watch
yeah,
a bunch of those paranormal guys and they go out together. So then you want to see the other footage from the other
yeah,
guys. So you end up doing both, and it's like, oh my God, now I have too many to
yeah,
watch.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Well, Nikki, looking at the live chat has spoken. They want you to do more videos, and WizBab says, "Yeah, we're waiting, Nikki." So get on the
Oh
ball.
God.
By the way, what was your YouTube channel about? I don't think I've ever seen it.
Southwest Squatching with Nikki.
Oh, okay. I didn't
But
know if it
it's
was.
just under my name. It's just under my name. And
Huh.
then but I'm God, I really, really want to start my own group here in southern New Mexico. But I'm hoping maybe this summer I can get things going. So we'll
Right.
see. I
All
got a
right.
cool name and everything, but I don't want to say it because I don't want anybody to steal it. So I'm not saying it.
Ah,
But I got a cool
got you.
name.
Now remember when you hit at least what? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, when you reach 100 subscribers, then you could actually start holding your own podcast. So
Ooh.
yeah, it's
Ooh,
yeah.
there you go. Okay, if you guys hit 100 subscribers, I'll start doing videos. Then that'll make me go out and do videos.
That's right.
So wait, who you saying if who hits 100 subscribers?
If I hit 100 subscribers.
Oh, okay. You made it sound like if you guys hit.
No, if I hit 100 subscribers, then I'll start doing videos again. But I'll go out. I'll try to do other stuff.
All right. Well, all right. So give us the YouTube channel name again.
It's just under my name, Nikki Cologne. So you can find it there. And then my top usually used to say Southwest Squatching with Nikki. Is that what it
Okay.
says? I've already forgotten. I haven't checked it in so long.
Tell you
But I
what.
know I've been getting a lot of new subscribers on there, and I do appreciate it. I really do. I should really do something on there.
Yep. It's exactly under your name,
Yeah.
Nikki. According to what I'm looking at, yeah, you got 97 subscribers.
What? No
That's
way.
Cool.
that's
Are
that's
you
what I'm looking
kidding
at.
Yeah.
me?
It's under your name.
Go, Nikki.
Big
Yeah.
time.
No, the last time I checked, it was barely like 80 something.
Well, you're
Oh
up
my
at 97
goodness.
subscribers, so
Oh crap! Now I got to do videos.
Hey, free promotion, Nikki. Free promotion.
Oh my
yeah.
God!
You spoke too soon, Nikki. You spoke too soon.
I
Yeah.
did.
So-
I just should have checked first.
So, ladies and gentlemen, go to subscribe to Nikki Cologne, a YouTube channel. That's right. It's NIKKICOLON.
And she's only got one last name.
Yes. Cologne.
Alone.
Cologne. Nikki Cologne.
Well, wow. I'm like, wow. I can't believe that. I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Okay. Enough about me. Let's talk about something else. You got a lot
Oh.
of questions on here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's get to another question. One of the first questions I saw, and I'll be honest, I'm unfamiliar with it. What about animal killings in New York? We were asked about that on the live chat earlier.
New York. Thought it was Kentucky.
But somebody said New York, I think. That's why maybe it threw me off. Maybe they put that in by accident. There was one with the old lady. I don't think they ever came about or found out what that was yet. I haven't heard any results on the old lady.
Me neither.
I don't. I'm hoping they put something out there. I definitely would like to know information updates on the old lady. Because a couple of different news articles when that first came about, when that started circulating social media, one article was saying that she was already killed. The other one was saying she was in critical condition, but I think it's been pretty well confirmed she's had passed now. So And they were supposed to be doing DNA testings to confirm or find out whatever the animal was. But according to the authorities, this species, they said it was nothing. What's the way they worded that? Um, it was it it was dismissed as anything being native to the area. So I don't know. That's part of what I read in the article, or one of the articles anyway. So I don't know.
Oh my God. It went up to 111.
Wow. Hey, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to find a way to get back to my. Oh, hold
What do
on.
you think, Jimmy, about your fans?
Well,
Yeah, Jimmy, you've been growing here lately. You're
Mm-hmm. Yep.
yeah, I'm getting up there with the fans and stuff. The new show that we started doing, me and Marcella Chadwick, I mean, messages a day of folks that want to come on and do the podcast with us, or they want to be on our little talk show that we have. The past couple times, last Saturday we actually had Nikki back on again. She was on there with us, and it's been a very eventful times when Nikki's been around. I'm beginning to think she's kind of bad luck because usually craziness happens when she's on the show. So but she saved us actually this past Saturday because of the fact that we didn't have many viewers, and I got to thinking later the reason why was because of all the flooding that was going around in the area and across the U.S. It was like real bad weather and stuff, So,
Yeah.
But it was awesome. I mean, what more can I say? I mean, it's taken off. I'm
That's
glad
awesome.
where we're at right now, and if anybody wants to check us out, the show is called "What If It's All True." It's on TalkShoe.com. You guys are the audience is guests. You guys come on. You ask questions, comments. If you have sightings, anything like that,
That's awesome.
come on to be part of the show, guys. I mean, it's fun.
well, if I had a name that show, I would have to say I know some of it's true, but I don't know about the rest.
Yeah.
No, I just nah, I'm just joking. Um, Nikki, you watch. Real quick, Nikki.
Hmm.
By the time this is done, you're gonna have like probably I don't know several more subscribers. I'm sure.
Well, I'm like, can't believe that just happened. So
Ladies and
So
gentlemen,
you
we're
guys
gonna
are
have
awesome. You guys are awesome. You're part of the community, and you made me feel like part of the community. So thank you very much.
Oh yeah, you're very well, Nikki. Yeah, of course, you're very well
Mm.
recognized through the live chat. A lot of people know you out there. You're not just some random chick. So
Well, I think like she's probably one of the top like knowledgeable people in the community. I mean, honestly, she knows everything about. You know what I'm saying? Everything you got a question about, she knows something about it. I think that's awesome.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Tracy. He's like, welcome to the 100 Club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just give my opinion, and my opinion is based off of everybody.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all, I look at everybody's stuff, and I'm right now I'm not working, so that's why I have so much time. I'm a
Right.
housewife. I take care of my kids. They're my number one priority right now, and this is my hobby. Everything that has to do with the cryptid and Bigfoot. And lately, because of Jimmy, got me hooked on paranormal again, and so now I'm doing that. But it's this is fun, and until it's not fun anymore, I'll just keep on doing it. And it's getting time. I'm getting itchy to get back out into the forest, though. I really, really am. It's been a long time since I've been out, searching, so I need to do that.
I
Well,
wish
I
we
will
could get
say,
everyone in this panel to come to our location just to do it. Like if everyone could just come at
Oh
one
my
time.
God. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that
That
would be
would be a
awesome.
we're going
blowout.
to actually try to get together with you soon Taylor, and
that's
come down
awesome.
your way, and let's go out and do some squatching.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait. Same for you, Dan. Like anytime, brother.
Yes, my mama said Bigfoot's the devil.
Yeah, yeah.
my mama said. Mama said.
Sorry, while you were talking, I had Waterboy stuck in my head for some reason.
I actually watched that movie. I watched that movie yesterday on Netflix.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
I like Vicky. She likes me back.
Yeah.
She showed me her movies too.
Yeah.
And I like
No.
it.
Adam
Sorry.
Sandler at that time was great. Oh man.
Oh my
I mean, I
goodness.
like his
Yeah.
stuff now, but at that time he was great.
Gatorade.
Water
man.
sucks. It really, really sucks.
Don't forget your water cooler.
Yes.
Take on.
That's some high quality H2O.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you were talking about the killings in Kentucky. What do you think? What's going on there?
Well, let me add to that. Arena on the live chat was also actually mentioned two animals, llamas and the donkeys. So I don't know nothing about. I'm very unfamiliar with this right now as far as what animals. Maybe there was something that happened up in New York with llamas and donkeys. I'm very unfamiliar. Or even if it happened in another state, I don't know. What do you guys know? Anybody know anything about that? Because I sure don't.
Jimmy?
I think he did. He said in my live chat that he did.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where.
Or
he might take a break.
All right.
I don't know. I just keep reading stuff about wild animal kills.
Hey, sorry guys.
Oh no, okay. It did happen in Kentucky. Arena Linsky said 6 llamas and 2 donkeys in Kentucky.
Yeah. And the donkeys were later. They were like a couple days later or something.
Yeah, it was like 2 different areas. I think the llamas were like so many miles away, but in the same vicinity. And then the donkeys died. I think it's like a couple miles from the llamas. But as far as I can find out,
5 miles.
Yeah, as far as I can find out,
it was.
They really don't know what it was right now.
Huh.
It's been blamed on canine. So, but if I hear anything else, I'll be sure to pass it on to you guys. So you
know what?
Get it out there.
If they mention canine, I'm really thinking. I mean, it's hard to say without seeing the wounds of the animal. But
yes.
A lot of attacks. You notice they like to say canine. They don't want to throw cat out there. I mean, because the thing is, that's one thing I think they're going to really try to keep out of the media is a lot of people, and there's all kinds of witnesses to it, but they don't want people to know or even consider or think that it could be a cat because they deny. Like if you call it here in Virginia, or North Carolina, wherever, if you call the game department and say, "Hey, I just had I just saw a mountain lion cross the road in front of me." Department's like, I'm pretty sure that's not what you saw, So, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it is a cat because I don't know nothing about the story, or like I said, I don't know nothing about the wounds on the animals or stuff like that. But I'm just throwing that out there because like I said, the mountain lion cougar thing in this cluster of states like Virginia, like I said, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, because a lot of them, a lot of people deny them in these states, even though there's plenty of eyewitnesses for these animals as well. So, but
well, anytime you bring that up around here to the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, they shoot it down right off the bat, and they say there's no mountain lions, panthers, or cougars in these areas. And I've seen the photos myself off of trail cams.
Yeah.
On a monthly basis, I get people sending me pictures.
And I can't believe that people do that because I got a buddy of mine. I'm still waiting because a friend of his works for the department, and they have them on trail cameras from here in Virginia. And he was supposed to get a hold of those for me because he's seen them himself. And I was like, dude, you got to send them to me. I said, because if I know they're from Virginia, I said, whatever. But I wanted it for my own records. So, but yeah, they're definitely here in Virginia. So, um, I gotta ask. Hold on one second. Yeah, Taylor, I gotta ask you a question.
What's up?
All right, this is something we're talking about. We were talking about this. I think just a couple days ago on Bigfoot Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about the Jersey Devil?
The Jersey Devil. I know about a Cherokee Devil.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The Cherokee Devil. I'm sorry, the Cherokee Devil.
I know that there's another name called the Slewkaloo, and
Okay.
it was actually that means another name for like a slanted giant, a Bigfoot. And there's also a little thing in the Cherokee community where they said that a little girl was kidnapped by this creature, and her spirit actually helps other people that have been get captured by this. Like you can read up on it. It actually helps them away from this creature. So in the Cherokee, I mean, it's a Bigfoot for sure. But there's so many other things with this thing. I know that, but I thought that the little girl thing and it's from Tennessee to Virginia, and so yeah, I know. So it's definitely Bigfoot, and the little girl thing is crazy. That's a crazy story with it. I'd love to see that.
That's like the whole story that they said on Mountain Monsters.
Yeah.
The Ames team did that whole.
Yeah.
Kind of a series, didn't they do a couple of shows on that with the girl and everything?
Yeah.
And that little hut. And
yeah,
I remember all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's cool. But it's definitely a cool thing. But I think that that kind of adds in something a little paranormal with it, I would say, for sure.
Well, yeah, they really made that seem
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Especially with the possession of what's his name? Well, several of them got possessed during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got really crazy.
Definitely Bigfoot. Yeah, definitely.
Great.
It's
great
entertaining. It definitely was an entertaining show.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just don't know why they would call it a devil though. That kind of throws it off to people.
Evil. They want it to be evil because it's deemed that paranormal part. Everybody wants to demonize them and make them the devil or make them something that's not of this world.
Yeah.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah. There has been a lot of sightings of it.
What's that?
I said there has been a lot of sightings of it. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. It seems mean. I wouldn't want to run into that one.
What's your all's thoughts on the Louisiana loup-garou? The Louisiana werewolf.
The loup-garou.
I don't know. I could, because with everything I've heard about that, it's just all the superstitious claims behind that. I don't know. I try to leave that one alone, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Well, it depends if you believe it's the werewolf, that takes on, that's somebody in that area becomes that. Or if you think it could be a Bigfoot that's possibly a different race or type, species of that, or is it a Bigfoot that has a deformity? But then they say the feet are different. So is it on the canine side? So there's all kinds of different possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
But people are seeing different tracks. They're seeing different face. So the snout and everything. And the ears too, right? They're showing the ears. So there could be a whole, if Bigfoot's possible, then why wouldn't there be the possibility of the loup-garou? or
I wish,
Dogman.
yeah, I wish we had more of those top crypto creatures around this area. All we have, I guess, is Nobby, which is the Bigfoot, and then we have the Cherokee Devil, which is a Bigfoot, and then we have the well, someone claimed back in the day that there was like a Mothman thing that clawed like the back of their car and stuff. It was in the newspaper around here apparently,
Mm.
and then like it was pictures of the claw mark. So I guess we have something like a Mothman around here.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I've heard about that one though.
yeah. Sorry, guys. I stepped away for just a second to go. I was trying to look for something. I just want to answer a quick question here on the live chat. I'm seeing Mr. is asking, did a sighting get the ECBRO into investigating Sasquatch, or was it curiosity? Well, to be honest, curiosity had a lot to do with it. I mean, of course, as I've shared numerous times, one of the main things that sparked that curiosity was actually seeing that Patterson footage. Unlike for a lot of people, it was very similar, but um, and what it was, it just when learning about watching the documentaries, how they've really analyzed and dissected that film, and just what they couldn't find anything fake about it. I mean, even till this day, they cannot debunk it. But with all the science that they put into that subject, that they cannot rule it out as or debunk it. Everything points towards it being the real deal. That there really opened my eyes. It actually had me out in the woods with a much more broader um, senses that were more alerted, more awake, I guess you could say. So, and I was very well aware, of my surroundings a lot more, and being more aware with my senses being, like really enhanced. Um, Believe it or not, when we're tuned into on on that kind of thing, and just listening for things that don't seem right, um, yeah, you'll be surprised what you'll start seeing and hearing. So yeah, but yeah, that's what it was. It basically it started off as curiosity, and and over time, I mean, it didn't take long for that passion to really blow up and get going. So yeah, there was a lot of excitement in me when I first got started on that. So yes, indeed. All right. Is there anything else I'm missing on here?
Okay, well, yeah, I've been trying to keep tabs. Rayetta, way back, had a question. If you guys thought that the silence before that, if everybody experiences a kind of silence before an encounter,
Well,
what do you think about that? You think
Stuff.
the whole forest goes quiet?
I'd say you like. Oh, go ahead, Dan. Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no,
Oh,
I was just gonna mention that. I mean, I know a lot of people experience like all of a sudden dead silence from out of nowhere in the woods. I have numerous times, but um, it's never produced in a counter or a sighting. Well, it depends on what you would describe as an encounter, but I just it's never produced a sighting. I'll put it that way. Um, sometimes you become when you hear the dead sounds, when you hear ghost sounds, automatically you kind of start like, oh no, what's going on?
mhm.
It's kind of like people. For those who don't understand that, is you got to consider animals that use um infrasound, ultrasound. Oh yeah, the infrasound, where like a cat, for example, a wild cat in the jungle uses infrasound to stun its prey. Like basically, that's how
Yeah.
cats work. They will stun their prey, make their prey kind of come into a freeze or frozen position, and it allows that attack to happen. So it's kind of like basically what's happening in the forest, and people don't realize that
Mhm.
it's a natural occurrence that's happening when there's a predator in the area. When there's a predator in the area, then every little thing that's causing all the racket and ruckus, even the peeping little frogs to the chirping insects, come to a dead silence. Like crap.
Yeah.
You know,
That's happened. That's happened on a lot of our videos. Like if you listen, like the frogs, they're going crazy, ring, 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 and then all of a sudden, once David, like in that one video, High Bigfoot Activity Part 2, I think, by like the frogs are going crazy. Then we hit the woods where David claims to hear it, and it's dead silent. I mean, it puts cold chills on you. You're just like, oh
Yeah, I'm
god.
getting ready to get off here. I gotta go out to Denise's and get a monitor off of the.
Okay.
All right.
Nice
Bye,
talking to you, Jim. Nice talking to you, brother.
Hey, Nikki, what you just told me, is that number 116?
Yeah.
Taylor,
I think.
Nikki just had a special subscriber. I'll let you guess on that one.
I'm telling them already.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, what do you say? We're the best.
Yeah.
We're the best Bigfoot podcast show.
There's nothing on there right now, so.
But
Really,
still.
I mean, I have like 3 that are still open. I pretty much took everything else off of there except for me talking. So.
Besides, we're number 2. Bigfoot Odyssey's number 1. We're number 2.
Yeah. His podcast, they bring the crowd. I love it. Like,
holy crap!
Dang, is that right? Oh my gosh!
Like I thought,
it's hard.
Yeah, I thought that I got a lot. Like whenever I got 100 and something, like he's getting 200 easy, simple. Easy. You're just like, holy cow! There's famous like pro football players that go live and get only like 300 and some, and he's pulling almost 300 at one time. That shows you how credible and trustworthy he is in the community. It's cool.
Yeah, I know. Just on the other day, we had 260 when we did the Q&A. Yeah, so
yeah, that was great.
Was awesome.
That was a great show. I enjoyed that.
Let's see.
Okay, ready for another question?
Oh yeah, what you got?
And 44 is strong too, by the way. Like you've got 44 right now. That's really strong for a YouTube podcast. From anywhere over, I think over 10 is pretty great.
Oh yeah, I thought an average of 12 to, when I had 12 to 15, I thought I was like, man, I'm doing all right. When I had 20, I was damn, I'm blown away.
Yeah.
So
poker players, I guess, has a Bigfoot looking in their window. So we might want to think about maybe getting this person on for a show and tell us their experience.
Yeah. I've got them PMing me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I saw it
that
over
might
there.
be a good show. So poker players, get in touch with Daniel or me and we'll set something up, okay?
Yeah. Try to take a picture of it, too.
Try to set something up. Yeah, that would be good. But still, we're interested in the story. We want to hear everybody what they've got going on. And I loved what Mysterium said. When people say I'm an armchair researcher, I say, but I seen a Sasquatch, and her name is Patty.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with armchair researchers. I mean, at least you're researching it. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't even give it a chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's awesome that there is armchair researchers, if that's what they're called. I mean, at least you're giving Bigfoot a chance. I think that's awesome.
Right. Well, there's a lot of people who can't get out anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
And that's why we do it for armchair researchers, because there's people that are disability and can't get out there. And there's people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they'll have the funds to do it. And that's why we do it. I think that's awesome to bring people like that stuff. I think it's great.
Well, a couple of things. With that being said, armchair researchers, while we're out in the field and we're we don't always have time to do a research. A lot of us like to do online research and try to look things up, for whatever reason. But they're the ones that have more time on their hands to seek out information that we don't have the time for, and and for other reasons where they're able to sit back and observe us from watching our videos
Yeah.
and say, well, hey, well, you know, they can give us tips and stuff that might better what
Yeah.
we're doing, you know. So yeah, they're the ones giving us feedback and sharing information that they're learning elsewhere. So, which I think that's a big plus. And with
Yeah.
them having that time, them learning by studying, researching,
Yep.
reading, and um, they're smarter than half the other researchers that are out
Yeah.
there, especially the ones that all they do is bash about others. So, um, yeah, they're the top researchers out there as armchair
Yeah.
researchers. So kudos
Yeah.
to you guys.
I'm an
Woohoo!
armchair researcher when it comes to history stuff. I mean, it's everyone is on
Oh
anything, really.
yeah,
Anything. Anything.
yeah. Well, yeah. Talking about history, it's funny. Real quick, I was talking to Dad the other day, and have you guys seen the newer Samson movie?
Oh yeah, yeah, on Netflix.
I think it was on Netflix. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He's like,
The
I mean,
guy
it
that
was
looks like
awesome.
yeah, the guy he looks kind of like the guy from Twilight. That's what I thought it was at
Exactly.
first.
That
I
I
was like,
know. I thought so too. I was like, man, they beefed that guy up.
yeah, I was like, okay, maybe it's not him. It's his brother. So,
Yeah, they look just like in the
yeah,
face and everything.
yeah,
But I was telling Dad. I was chatting with Dad the other day. I said, "Have you seen that one? I've seen it a while back. You know, not
yeah,
long after it's been out." He said, "No, not yet." I said, "Well, Dad," I said, "according to the Bible story, the way all the information," I said, they actually made it, you know,
yeah,
according to the scriptures, the way the Bible shares that story, not just
yeah,
whatever Hollywood wanted it to be." And because we were comparing it with other Hollywood biblical movies like
yeah.
Noah, for example, I
Oh
said
yeah,
that was a major disappointment. Yeah, I like
yeah.
Russell Crowe, but I said, why do they have to put these stupid rock monsters? There ain't nothing biblical about that.
No, no.
I said that, you know, Hollywood's got to put their junk involved, and you know,
Yeah, I
but
thought the Bible on History Channel was really good too.
oh
Whenever they,
yeah,
yeah,
I watched that one too. It was like several episodes on that one.
I was
Yeah,
impressed. I was impressed. I
yeah,
thought they
because
were
you
gonna
know,
go all
I grew
crazy.
up watching the movie Jesus of Nazareth, which was a
Yeah,
1970 film. You know, and everything about that was very on point with the
yeah,
biblical stuff. You know, so but so yeah, you know, I know I kind of got a little sidetracked talking about that, but I'm just throwing that out there because comparing what we see with actual what history documented stuff with like
yeah,
the Bible, you know. Um, but
yeah.
anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share that real quick.
Him slaughtering all them people with that jawbone. I was like, holy cow.
Yep. Yeah, he was a beast. I was actually watching a clipping of that earlier today. That was
Yeah,
something popped up, and I was like, "Yeah, that might have been me back in my day, but I'm out of shape."
yeah.
But oh, all right. The master is on here. What's up? I don't know who he is, but the master's here. Um, Nikki, are we missing any other questions on here? Where's Nikki go?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
Oh, oh,
I'm
okay,
over
you're
here
all right.
talking, but 10 feet, 5 times. I don't know, whoever that is. It says, does anyone have any thoughts on whether Sasquatch females have a season or a monthly cycle? They would have to, right?
It would only make sense.
It
Not
only
just
makes
humans,
sense.
yeah,
not just humans have it, but every known species has it. I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
so it would only make sense for them to have one. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So do you think a gestation period is shorter or longer than a human? Well, people think they're human, but I mean, for them, what do you think?
How
Um,
normal does like gorillas carry and stuff like that? Does anybody know? Or they
I
look like
don't know.
yeah,
are we?
I think it might be longer though.
really? Okay.
I'm not sure. That is a very good. That's good homework right there.
Yeah. Wait, what's the question we're talking about?
How long they would
Gestation of a
carry?
gorilla.
Oh, the monthly or the pregnancy?
Pregnancy.
I've read this before, but I'm gonna have to look it up again. I think it's actually very similar to a human, I believe.
Okay.
It's not much difference, I can tell you that much, but I don't remember the exact details without looking it up. But yeah, if you look it up, it's a lot of it's very similar to a human as far as the pregnancy. But
Tracy said he wouldn't want to run into her. No, I wouldn't either.
Oh. Lord. Um,
Oh, interesting.
what you got?
Arena, I hope I'm saying that right. Arena said to go back and look at that carrot video on the homestead guy, and you can see the leaf piles move.
Huh.
I'll have to go back now again.
Huh.
Thank you. I'll go check it out.
Oh, okay. Excuse me for just 1 second. I'm gonna get off my take my hoodie off here, so I'm a little warm.
I think wood booger.
So which one, a season or a cycle?
Yeah, that's 257 days. Jeez.
Oh, for Arena again, she's asking a season or a cycle. Well, I guess it depends if you think they're human or an animal. So, oh wow, 257 days.
That's insane. Yeah, that is insane.
So that is shorter, right? What a human is 270, something like that.
Okay, I see what we got going on here. Yeah,
so it's shorter.
But it's not much. So
yeah.
Because by 250 days, figure maybe another between 30, another 30 to 40. No, hold on, that's wrong. Another 30 to 60 days for humans, give or take. I could be off. Yeah.
40 weeks equals 280 is what someone said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool beans. Good numbers. Thank you, WizBabs, for throwing those numbers out there. Alrighty. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a little shorter, a little different, but in my opinion, it still seems that it's close to a human. But definitely, I guess again, it is definitely different. So.
Right.
Nikki, can you add me on Facebook? My Facebook is Keegan Wilson Brown.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'm running out of space on Facebook, but if you're a Bigfoot fan, I'm only trying to accept Bigfoot fans and people like that. But I've been getting Facebook friend requests from all kinds of people, but
I used to just go through and confirm every one of them. And then I was like, wait, why are they posting this? I'm like, oh, so I had to go unfriend like a lot of some porn sites and stuff. I'm just like, dude, okay.
You gotta watch out. I don't talk Bigfoot on my personal
Facebook.
Yeah. So if you want to talk Bigfoot, you have to go to my Bigfoot Facebook group, Bigfoot Weekly. Vic Gutierrez and I run that one, and it's a closed group, so you just have to ask, and we'll put you in there.
Yeah.
But everybody pretty much respects you when you tell them, I don't talk Bigfoot on my channel, so.
Yeah. I've got a few stragglers that come through to my real one and not the Squatch Watchers one. And I'm just like, you post something and then they'll comment, did you hear about this sighting? I'm like, I don't do it on my real one.
Yeah. Well, me, I don't know. I wasn't going to. When I first started my Facebook page, doing the Bigfoot thing too, I was like kind of like worried in a way, but then again, there's like more and more people. It just got to the point where I started sharing Bigfoot stuff, and then I started sharing everything else. I got to the point where I don't care. I said, if I'm going to spread awareness, I said, I always had the thing. I said, if they don't believe, I'm going to keep sharing it to them anyway. I'll leave it up to them. If they don't want to hear it, then they could go. So, but
I
lot
think
of them,
I have mine set so that nobody can post on my Facebook unless I approve it. So
yeah. What's the other thing? Never mind. Lost my train of thought there, but
Sorry.
No, it's not you. It's not you. I had too many things run through my head at once, and that's what I get. So, sometimes that's how I am. I have too many thoughts that run through my head and don't know how to control them. Sometimes it's like,
That's a good question. Michael has a good question. Has anyone heard that they react to any specific type of music?
We tried that, and we tried to play like Indian drums and stuff like that out there.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have any luck on that, but we're going to retry it. But I would say they're curious about it. I would definitely say that.
Yeah, I think
I would
so.
definitely recommend death metal rock.
Oh no. No.
I'm joking.
There was a short time I bought one of those little what do you call it? The flutes, the wood flutes, and I was out there fooling around with that. Good thing nobody was around to hear me.
Oh man, you know what? A little while ago, we were up at almost 48 or 49 viewers. I thought we were gonna reach 50 there for a second. I was like, oh,
Well,
right.
Tracy says you hit that
Okay.
50 mark, but it went back down. So they like us and then they hate us. So
Yeah.
they're like, oh, it's those guys. No.
Well, the Facebook livers that love to watch us all the time, they need to stay on it then. So
Yeah.
tell your followers to listen to us.
Oh my goodness.
Because those teenagers that
Hey, I am hip. I am so hip. So I can be with those teenagers. I have teenagers.
all right, Nikki, we're gonna get some more viewers here. Give your kids their phones so they can get on.
No, thank you.
Hold on. Brianna, get on your phone and find the link.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Shut up. She said, what?
I'll be getting the PTO calling me.
Hey, look what time it is. It's 911.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Eastern time. What is it, 611 for you, Nikki?
Yep. No, 7. It's 7 over here. 7.
Oh, 7. Okay.
7-Eleven.
Oh,
all right.
I did see your video the other day. I was wanting to ask you, like, I haven't got to see the coyote thing. I was just wondering if you'd update me on that. I saw what you said and everything. Was it in high or was it in low or what? How was that?
Oh, you talking about? Oh, was it high in the tree? You talking about? I did not record. That was not my recording.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a video I found for my illustration. So
yeah.
Well, I didn't find it for the illustration. I seen the video. I was like, wait a minute.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I came up like, let me talk about this, and then bam, I use that. Plus, if you go on on YouTube on the community section, I actually added 2 different photos about that.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Sweet. I want to check that out. I thought that was cool because I didn't know that. That's a first. That's awesome. I didn't know that dogs could climb trees either until like a few years back. I was like, really? I did not know that. Like pit bulls and stuff. I've seen people where their dogs just like,
oh yeah,
yeah. Like I was watching a video and it looked like a hunting dog just like fell out of the tree. I was like, holy crap! I didn't know they could climb like that. I was like, yeah, it was insane.
I've seen videos of like hunting dogs do that, like running up a tree for a bear. You know, because I guess. Insane. It's weird because they get that good run, and I don't know. I guess it's crazy.
Yeah.
Another good question. Again, Michael says, "Isn't it strange how Bigfoot can be around but have no footprints, or that infamous one footprint?" Didn't we talk about this the other night?
Well, we did. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's okay because that's why I repeat myself a lot. On different things I do, and I know I sound like a broken record, and it feels, some people probably think, oh, that's all that he knows, because no, I do it for a very good reason, because there's so many new people out there, and people coming in, they want to, these are common questions. I've kind of picked up on a lot of questions that get asked commonly, and those are things I want to address.
Yeah.
And so, sometimes I reach out, I go in a different direction sometimes, but yeah, I feel it's important to repeat things, so that way someone who hasn't heard it could hear it, and then and so forth, and take it from there. But
I've got a I guess you can say a guess on how they walk. It's not a fact, but I think I know how they do walk through the woods sometimes. Like you know how you have the down logs like this, right? Like it's like a
oh
down tree.
yeah,
They
yeah,
walk and then they sidestep it, and then they walk a little bit and then they sidestep another one. Because I watched a video one time and there was a guy following these prints through like snow, and it was somewhere, and they would get to a log and they would sidestep it. I was like, wow, that's really good, because they can just get away without you even hearing them, because we run to sound sometimes, and then there's like a down log there, and then you don't hear anything else anymore. I'm just like, so I think that's how you get around the prints not being there, because they step on these logs and stuff, and they're just sidestepping them and going. That's what I think.
yeah. Well, here's a little fun thing. What if they skip it in the woods, or like
Yeah,
or if they're running? Now, people already, we already, I believe it's safe to say, just from an average walk, they have a wide
yeah,
stride.
yeah,
Easily, we'll say what's the average, 50, 55. For maybe that might be a little small. I don't know, but so think about if they have a long stride while walking.
yeah.
Only imagine the run stride.
Oh, I
If they're
know.
running, yeah, if they're running, they got to have. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to look at that one.
Yeah,
I mean, because all the stories and reports you hear, I was like, oh, it was a road car. They ran across the road. It was one step, and it was already across the other side.
I
You
got, I
know.
got, and then, I'm not trying to. I saw this one. There's a guy who called us. He's out of Morganton, North Carolina, and he had prints on the hood of his car. There was prints, right? Okay, but now here's what I don't get. If a Bigfoot that weighs 500 pounds, 300 pounds every time it steps and we find a print, it indents hard dirt, right? Why would his hood or his trunk not be caved in? You know what I'm saying? I look on YouTube and I see this a lot. People are like, there's handprints, there's footprints on the hood of my car and stuff. Would it not just like plow right through that and dent the crap out of it? That's why we tried
Well,
to tell the guy, like, maybe it was not standing on the hood of your car. Maybe that's something. I don't know. That just kind of blew our mind.
no, that would make complete sense.
Yeah.
Give me one sec. Um, yeah, if they're leaning on it, just even like placing down and leaning, and putting a little bit of weight on it, that would easily dent. Because
Yeah.
we almost do that to our car, even though cars are, through a period of time, cars were always built kind of, flimsy, cheap. I mean,
Yeah.
back in the old days, the older cars were tough and more solid than cheaper metals and plastics got involved,
Yeah.
and but then I think some of the newer cars have became a little bit tougher now.
Yeah.
They've changed again. So, but yeah, I think a handprint with weight added to it would definitely imprint.
Yeah. I thought it would dent it at least. Like, and he sent us pictures and stuff. I was just like, eh. it. I
I
was
mean,
weird.
I guess it can be possible if if the subject, I mean, if it really did happen,
Yeah.
if the subject was just brushing up against it, or just walking by nonchalantly, his hand actually went down without added pressure. I don't
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, uh,
I was
um,
curious.
oh yeah. Um, okay. See, senor. See the message. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Talk about all right, handprints. I was looking through some of my old videos back during my some of my camping times, and there was a large looking handprint on the side of on my van, on the window of my
Yeah.
van, and you know, part of me thinks, hey, it could have been a bear, but the more I got to looking at it, even in the pictures or the video, if you pause it at the right angle, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it could be a bear, but something made me think, like, the way I was looking at it, I was like, it looks like a freaking gorilla.
And see, yeah. See
you
the
know?
David went to a house and the thing like smacked the side of the trailer. Well, there was a dent there. That's why I was curious. I think a trailer is pretty tough. I mean, that's why I was
Right.
curious about. Like, so it's kind of like that. I mean, and we found prints on our car windows before, but I
Oh
mean,
wow.
yeah. But were they just of us sitting there, or like of us shutting the thing? But David claims one time he cleaned his car before he came, and we went back, and there was a handprint on it. I can say, and it was pretty big, but I was just
Yeah.
saying, yeah. But that's like you just said. I mean, it does look like a gorilla handprint. You're just like, huh?
Yeah, it's I don't know, interesting. But that's one thing I would recommend too if you for those who are coming out to our conference this year, June 29th, anyone that participates in our camping that's taking place right after that, I would definitely like I've always looked for those kind of things when I went in my area cuz when you get down into the woods there, it's all gravel and it's dusty, especially in the summertime. It's dusty as heck. I mean, while you're driving down, long as ain't nothing else coming from the other way, you can see what's in front of you. But while you're driving down that gravel road, even if you're going 15, 20 miles an hour, you look in your rear view, all you're going to see is a cloud of smoke,
Yeah.
And so it's easy. Your vehicle will get dusty in the area. But that's one thing I always try not to touch the vehicle because and the thing is, and this is what what gets me because I watch a lot of people show pictures of handprints on their cars and everything else, but they don't realize how much we're actually constantly handling our own vehicles,
Yeah.
regardless if it's the trunk or door or whatever we're doing. And people are like, "Oh, Sasquatch was playing with my car," So,
Yeah.
but you don't realize just because you didn't see that print there before, you don't realize you're in a dusty area. That print's going to show up eventually. It's like
Yeah.
forensics. Look how they do. A print is not obvious until they dust it.
Yeah.
So people don't realize that. It's common. Anyone who pays attention to that, that kind of becomes common knowledge or common sense.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't expect everybody to understand that, but
Oh,
we watch enough TV to learn these kind of things.
yeah.
So, but I'm sorry, I'm rambling on.
No, you're fine. I like it.
So, um, Nikki, what's going on with you? I know you've been watching the live chat and you're.
Viper Getty had a question about what are your guys' thoughts on the letter X that seems to come up on the structures? Do you think it has a meaning?
Oh, I wonder if he's referring to like the X formation.
The X, X formations on the structures.
Well, I'll start off on that. I've always had a strong opinion on that. And I personally, among a few other different types of structures, if we could rule them out as, if we could believe that there was something that made them, which, well, before I even say anything, I want to clarify something. And I know a lot of people have been watching my posts. I'm very objective on a lot of things, and I'm very critical on things. But when I make these objective, critical points and opinions, I'm not saying that I don't believe in things at all. As far as structures for formation, I highly do believe in a lot of that's done. A lot of it is done by Bigfoot. I really do believe that, but not everything, because there's some of them. There's a lot of it that can deceive us. I've been deceived numerous times because what we might think is Bigfoot really was no more than weather. But on the other hand, there's some things that like there was no way weather could have done this. This year was but I'm not going to get into that. But so what I'm saying is, yeah, when we do find formations, I do believe some of them, are Bigfoot related. But
yeah.
Anyway, but my opinion, when it comes to an X, among a few other different formations and structures, I personally believe the X is kind of like a dominant thing. So kind of a dominant. What do you call it? Yeah, a dominant territorial sign. Like mainly a sign of a dominant male in the area. That's always kind of been what I looked at X. So I don't know. That's just me. So now the thing is, if we look at a tree break, certain tree breaks and stuff. Now tree breaks, those are very iffy. But thing is, according to the primate world, when we hear, I know this has not even had nothing to do with the question, but when we hear tree knocks, in my opinion, I believe they're communications, like location signals. Like, okay, I'm over here, knock. Okay, Sasquatch Joe Fro is over there, with his knock. But at the same time, I've always also considered, could they be like, I'm trying to be careful how I word this. There's been times I've heard consecutive back to back knocking and banging in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wondered, because gorillas will do this. They will slap and knock on, do tree knocks. They'll slap on the ground multiple times, and they will go crazy because they're trying to intimidate you to get the heck out of the area. So that's one thing I've always thought about. But I mean, it's hard to make that. I guess what I'm saying. It's hard to make that as I forgot how to, I don't even know how to word that, but make that call without actually seeing the suspect making, performing that, I guess you could say. So, yeah, yeah, but yeah, that's me. X's, I believe, are like a territorial thing. So, and dominance. So, at the same time, but I don't know. What do you think?
I'm with you. I think some X's are wind made, weather made, but some of them, like, we've definitely run across some X's, and it seems like once we cross, we start hearing stuff. And I'm with you. I think the X means stay out, or X's could mean food sources, water sources, or something like that. But we seem to get, whenever we see more of a structure that's like twisted in and stuff like that. Like if it's twisted, I mean that is more of like, to us, more engineered stuff. Like we do see some stuff fall in and everything, but the like, we've seen X's that are twisted in and jabbed in and stuff. Like, you're like, holy cow, there's no way. Yeah, but I'm with you that not every one of them is Bigfoot, but the ones that you can tell, like me and you're talking about, that are engineered like that, I think it's dominance, means stay out, or there's just different what they could. We have found some that seems like there's one here, then 100 yards up, there's another structure, and then 100 more yards up, there's another structure. Like, that's, to me, is crazy. And yeah, I think it does mean something. I think they stand for dominance, stay out, food, and all that. I know I'm repeating myself, but you can
No, you're fine.
yeah, and you can definitely tell the ones that are I think Bigfoot made, because there's always like a certain, like, just angle to it and twist and twined and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I saw one of these messages over here. That's why I'm cracking up.
Oh, yeah, I know. You're probably reading Google's message. Yeah, one.
I tried to get rid of it. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Okay.
just keep saying delete. I'm just like, oh God.
I have a story for Michael. Michael says that he has heard pecking on his window at 2 a.m. Well, in this particular area I want to start looking at, I rented a cabin and we were staying out there, and at around 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm hearing, a tapping, a hitting, and we were too scared to get out of the bed because it was right there in the corner of where the bed was. But finally, it just got to be where it was consistent. So I got out and I looked, and it's this huge woodpecker, like about a foot tall. It was huge, and it was sitting right on the eave, banging on the on the end of the cabin.
Wow.
It was making the whole cabin like echo, like boom.
Oh,
boom,
wow.
boom.
Well, I do know for a fact there's like numerous species of woodpeckers, both both small and big.
Mm-hmm.
I know here in Virginia we have a few different species, a couple more common than the others. I have seen the mountain woodpecker that we have up here, and that thing is huge. I have seen it. Your average woodpecker, it looks like you're just about the size of your average bird, like the size of a regular blue jay, but black with a red head, white
Yeah,
belly.
that's what this one was.
Oh yeah, and then the mountain woodpecker, basically the same color, same colors, just huge, like about the size of a crow, if not bigger. So, um, Yeah, they get. Yeah, sometimes I think the biggest one I've seen. I've only seen a couple of big ones, maybe on a couple of occasions, but I know they're out there. When they peck on a tree, it's a knock. It sounds like a knock. It definitely does.
Hmm.
So.
Well, it woke me up. That's for sure.
um.
Um,
I was wanting to ask y'all something too. I saw a different species of eagle I've never seen before on TV the other day, and it's called the crested eagle.
hmm.
Crested.
Oh.
Do y'all think that people are mistaking those for Mothman? Because if you look how they describe them, I mean, it's just like, huh, because they're big.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
well, yeah, they're big, but look at them head on. Yeah, they're head
Yeah,
on. They have a. They look like an owl.
yeah. And I'm just like, huh, because that thing, they showed it on TV, and that thing was huge. I was like, holy cow! And then I was like, maybe that's what people are seeing sometimes. I'm just like, hmm,
Well,
Hmm.
that's very possible. I don't know where they're really more common at, but
yeah,
I know like the American bald eagle, which we have them right here in Virginia, and they're beautiful.
yeah,
And some of them do get very big. I mean, but you're talking about a good three, maybe a good 3 feet.
yeah.
And with a wingspan, probably from wingtip to wingtip, you're probably easily looking 6 to 7 feet.
That is insane.
Yeah, I've seen they are big. The lake over by my camping area. I've seen them flying around up there. Seen them sitting on the tree limbs overlooking the water.
That's awesome.
And there was 2 times I wish I would have seen it. My father and my daughter both got to witness it. Uh, there was a one time where the eagle came down because see, there's a little peninsula strip that runs out into the lake, and it wasn't that far away. Both my father and my daughter got to witness the American eagle, bald eagle coming down, swooping, grabbing a fish, and
Oh
going off with
wow.
it. Yeah, I mean, I was like, that's stuff you see only on TV,
Yeah.
And then
That's
there was another time, there was a big hawk. It wasn't an eagle, but there was another hawk. And Dad said it was a fairly decent sized hawk. He had just grabbed the fish. But here comes this bald eagle, comes down and steals the fish from the eagle. I mean, from the other eagle. It's more like saying, "Bitch, this is my this is
yeah.
my territory. Get out of here." Yeah, because the bald eagles, the American bald eagles around there, definitely like run that place.
Yeah.
So which I thought it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Next question. Steve Myers put out the question on what do you think that Bigfoot or Sasquatch has anything to do with the draining of batteries? So
I
now
do.
we're in that
Yeah.
paranormal type.
Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I do think that there's something to do with that. I mean, it's crazy. Like D brought that $3,000 FLIR scope fully charged, and we go out there and the thing just keeps dying instantly. And he's like, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. And then we had a few little activities, but not much. But I think there's something with it. I do. I know you probably think I'm crazy, but I do.
No,
Well,
I mean, there's a lot of people who think that.
Yeah.
well, I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna leave that one alone. It'll be one less topic to be bashed about anyway.
You know what I think? I think that the reason why we have so much paranormal activity around Bigfoot is that
Yeah.
you're already in an area that is paranormal. That
Yeah.
especially on the East Coast, y'all had the Civil War, and that whole
Yeah.
lineup is full of the dead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's battle after battle on all that ground. So I think you're already got yourself into a place that is destined to have that kind of activity.
Yeah.
So you just happen to be looking for Bigfoot at the same time. The two run into each other.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Taylor, Nikki, tell me if this makes any sense. In these areas, a lot of times, different parts of the woods. The way I'm thinking, I believe that we have both negative and positive energy fields in the woods. When I say negative energy fields, like it's just because the Earth is full of different energies, and I believe there's some energies that may cause drainage, and then you got some that may just that the type of energy that produces more of a let's just say like kind of like when the full moon's out. Sometimes it sparks it just turns up the volume on some of the wildlife. It makes it more active. Kind of like that's what I'm saying. That there's that energy out there. There's an energy field out there that's like that will either turn the volume up or turn the volume down.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's just the way I look at things sometimes too. Again, that's the science side of me, and just like people talk about infrasound. There's numerous species, and a lot of us, we all know that a lot of animals use infrasound. Elephants, giraffes, whales, etc. So, I can go on. And, I like to believe that there's a possibility that Sasquatch has that ability because in the primate world, there is a primate that has been proven to use infrasound, but it's not an ape, but it's a monkey. It's in the, it's, so, but still, that's just enough to, recognize a primate that has that ability. Of course, for those, that don't know, I compare Sasquatch to primates a lot for my own personal reasons. So, but the thing is, there's also a natural type of infrasound that occurs in nature around different mountainous terrains and high levels because there's a force of energy that kind of comes down that creates an infrasound or ultrasound or whatever it is that I forget the proper term for it because I've done a study on this one time before. I haven't talked about this in a long time. But again, I guess what I'm getting at, there is a type of energy that's forced from out of the infrasound that comes from the earth. So a lot of it has to do with these low pressure, winds and low pressure fields that come out of the, from the inside of the earth. So, but I'll try to explain that a little bit more clear later on when I have actually done a video on that and actually showed some. It actually has some pretty good illustrations in it that helped me out with that. But so I'll definitely get into that later. So I
We've
lost
got
cell phone.
two good questions. Scott from Bigfoot Explorer, he is asking about the three-toed Bigfoot prints that were found there in the south. Moving northward and out west, the three-toed seem to be non-existent. Have you seen three-toed tracks? And why three toes?
Okay. Well, I have not seen three toes. I cannot say I've seen three toes. The three toes I know he's referring to down south was related to the Falk monster. The Falk monster, which isn't that the same one as the Boggy Creek? Or am I getting that mixed up
I'm
with
not
another
for
one?
sure.
Yeah, because I know I want to say the Falk monster was considered a three-toed Bigfoot. So,
well, the
I don't
Dogman
know.
too, the Rougarou, don't they all have three?
Supposedly, but I mean, if well, I don't know because I mean, if we're saying if a dog has three toes, then I mean, most dogs usually have four. That's why they look similar to a feline track sometimes.
I
But
really
yeah,
don't follow the Dogman or the Rougarou, so I don't
I
know
don't.
all the history there.
Oh, I don't either. Don't
I mean,
feel
I like the stories. I like the stories, but I don't research that part. So I don't.
Yeah, I leave. Yeah, you're right. I definitely that's something I leave alone.
Yeah.
Because yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Beast of Boggy Creek, which is the Falk monster. Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, but it was known as a three-toed Sasquatch. I guess that they sound. I guess it had something to do with a large three-toe. I don't know why it had even three toes. It might have been a birth defect.
Yeah.
Birth defect, accident, got his foot stuck in a trap. Who knows what?
Well, if
could
that's the case,
happen.
you would have had both of them stuck.
Both
but,
of them stuck, chopped right off. Both of them.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, maybe he had his toes bit by a double-headed snake. That way, it happened at the same time.
Who knows? Yeah.
But well, think about this. species, certain animals have been known to have incest. So it could have been a deformation from incest
Yeah.
deformity.
Oh, that's
But
exactly what Scott just said. Yeah, inbred.
oh, okay. What was the other thing? Okay, yeah, I see it now. It just popped up. Inbreeding. Hey,
Inbreeding, that's funny.
Donald Slovey just messaged me on Facebook. He's listening. Um, he said, "Hey, I'm watching the video now, and about the three toe, I found one a long while back, and cast it. You should see it sometime." So that's awesome. So, um, yeah, feel free to if you have a picture of it, definitely be cool to see that. Because if he was able to share that, I would definitely do a screenshot. That should be interesting to see. Uh,
Kramer exploration in New Mexico? Do you mean Kreider? Kramer. I don't know. And Kramer in New Mexico.
what are you looking at? I'm not seeing what you're saying. Oh, okay, I
He's
do.
saying,
No mind.
haven't you heard anything from Kramer exploration in New Mexico? Is he still researching? I think he means Kreider, right?
Kreider, yeah, he just typed
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
what's that he's referring to?
Just if he's has any if he's doing any more stuff.
Oh,
I don't really
okay,
follow
I didn't
him.
know who.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about what Kreider was, but you mentioned it's a person, so
I particularly his style doesn't really mesh with me. Some of the stuff he's done, so I don't follow him. But that's okay.
yeah,
You know, everybody's got their preference of researchers or searchers. So I can't attest to him.
yeah. Donald Slovey's he's gonna send me a picture of a three-toed squatch track that he has, and once
Cool.
he shares it to me, I'll do a screen share so everybody could see that track. So Donald does have some nice track. I've seen a lot of what he posts. Donald has some pretty cool looking tracks.
Ooh, D
So
Sims in the house, lady in the woods.
whoop whoop.
Man,
All
I tried
right.
to stay up and watch her live feed last night. Was it last night? Yeah. But I just couldn't stay up anymore.
Huh.
Because it's cool. She sits out there and tries to listen to those things. Ugh, gets creepy.
Where's she out of?
Oh, what? Where are you from again, D? I want to say
Yeah, lady
Oklahoma,
in the
but I
woods.
don't know.
Yeah, feel free to mention where your location, or at least your state, anyway. Oh,
Arkansas. I was
cool.
going to say Oklahoma.
Ah, okay. All right, give me
Uh,
1 second.
what was that? Oh,
Donald
Bob
just.
Garrett. Bob Garrett in Texas. I have not heard anything new from him. Should I? I mean, I always stayed subscribed to his stuff, but I haven't seen anything new come out unless he's got a whole new channel or he's going just through Facebook. I don't know. But I did follow all that drama that happened with Bob Garrett.
All right. Oh crap! I messed up. All right, guys, check this out. I'm about to show you. This is from Donald Slovey from out of Pennsylvania. This is a track that he has. It's a three-toe track. And there we go.
Wow.
Yeah, that is. I will say that's
You know what
definitely strange.
that almost looks to me like it's like maybe a hand or something. I don't know. Look at the fingers. That almost looks like fingers to me. Like you see the joint in the top one, and the one
Yeah,
that I guess it looks like it would be able to do like that. I don't know.
I wish I could zoom in, but it won't let me zoom in to get it. But that's.
That is weird. That is weird, Michael. It is.
Yeah, definitely never seen nothing like that before.
Oh man, he discovered a different cryptid altogether.
Hey, it might be.
Long toes.
Name it quick.
That might be Lizard Man.
Name it, and you got a new cryptid.
Yeah.
There could be a Tyrannofungus dactyl.
stupid.
I don't know. But that's pretty cool though. I have never definitely seen nothing like that. Hold on, I think he sent something else. I think he did. I could be wrong.
Sam's in the house.
Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Yeah,
Here's
here's
Sam.
another picture. He sent it. Is it actually a photo of what he just shared, but in different angles and positions?
Oh,
There we go.
wow. Look
Okay,
at
so it
that.
looks skinnier right there to me now.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's got the measuring tape.
I have no clue.
With that being so deep, you would definitely have gotten the other toes if they were there.
Yeah,
He did. He just messaged me. He said there was a lot more of them too.
that looks almost like a dinosaur to me. Like
Doesn't
I don't,
it? Like something? I don't
especially the
like
top
bird.
right one. Yeah, like
Big.
the top right.
Ooh, you
Like,
found the Thunderbird
yeah,
track.
Well, the only other thing is, I was gonna say that could be ET.
the toes don't match up to me. What I would, but I'm not an expert. We'd have to have an expert. In order to, I don't know. Like to me, the toes look like that would be too long for
Emu.
anything Bigfoot.
Derek
Like,
says emu.
Well,
You got a wild emu.
I can tell you those. It definitely ain't no turkey track because the turkey tracks
No.
A
would have been
gator?
not up in
Viper
Pennsylvania.
Getty said, "Oh, Pennsylvania."
Yeah, he's these are from Pennsylvania.
That is awesome, though. I don't know. That it's definitely something like crypto-y, I would say.
Yeah, most definitely. I find it very fascinating. So, hold on one second. Sam's sending me some attachments. I don't know
I
what
was
Sam
gonna say
sent.
you're still on screen.
Yeah, I know.
That I've seen that photo before. He just sent me. I have seen that photo before. That is not a new
Oh,
photo.
okay. Yeah, I've
Sam, if
seen
you're
that one.
listening, I've seen that before.
That to me looks like a dog with like the mange or something.
Mange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on.
Somebody said raptor, gator.
Okay, Danielle tried content on Facebook.
Wait, why
Raptors,
is
gators, emus. Oh my gosh. B. You're so funny. Velocifoot.
Yeah. That is crazy. That's
Oh,
I'm
definitely
telling
one of
you,
a
he needs to name it. He needs to name it.
this is what Sam sent me. Which I can see where. Yeah, hold on. Because I guess he's watching. This is what he sent me for like a comparison.
Oh, Hot Wheels. Is that Sam?
Yeah, he changed his name. It used to be Solo Squatcher, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it.
I think he quit squatching again for the millionth time.
That's okay. Yeah, I know I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is I seen it around, but this is one off of what's his name? Kelly Shaw's blog site. A feat of an unknown creature in Alabama. So,
That's funny.
well, you know what I'm thinking. It's only 4 toes. It's not a bear would have had a 5. It's definitely canine of some
Yeah,
sort.
you can see the little back like claw on the back foot back there.
Plus, if you look carefully, even canines have the web feet.
Yeah.
You can see the web lining there. Yeah, the way the knuckles up. It's definitely canine.
Yeah.
So, um, Alabama. I'm not sure. Is there wolves down there? Could be a large canine, a large wolf canine, some sort, or some kind of large. I don't know. It's hard to say how big this actual creature is. I mean, why is there only pictures of feet?
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's not a trail cam photo. Did they say that was a trail cam photo? Because that's not a
Ah.
It
trail
looks like
cam
there's a
photo.
flash on it. So someone
Yeah, that's somebody's dog with a bad case of mange.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, you know what? Now that you guys say that, this is bullshit. People find out. Yeah, people are desperate to post anything on Facebook these days.
It does look bad and weird and scary at the same time, but
Yeah.
it's not a cryptid.
Yeah. Huh. All right. There we go. Let me go back to the live chat and see what I'm doing here. There we go. Say a raptor's footprint. Okay. I'm back on the live chat. It's floating up. It's still flying by right now. Hold on, I'm waiting for it to stop on me here. Cause see, long as I stay on it, everything's where it's at, but it's still moving up on me right here. Cause I wasn't on this page for a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, Hot Wheels Plug said it came from Kelly Shaw. I should have known. Hey B Lynn, nice to see you, B.
Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization.
Yeah, I like the way Richter says the Rocky Mountain Sasquatch. That's right. That's right, Sam.
He has some really good information though about sightings. I gotta give him that. He has.
Oh, he does. He does.
Oh, and I love the way. I think it was him who taught me how to do the plastering. He puts his plaster in the empty water bottles.
Yep.
Because 2 water bottles equals 1 bottle of water. You know, to mix, to make a mix.
Yeah.
And then they're easier to pack.
Yeah. Are you familiar with I'm trying to. There's certain size things I use that I prefer. Well, for example, the one thing I like to use, which I find it very easy, I always try to keep a half cut open milk jug. Take the top half of it and cut it off, enough to where the handle's still there, but where you could. And I go to the dollar store, buy the. What I like to use for stirring them is buy a set of those cheap wooden spoons. They're like $1. Yeah. And even after you get plaster on them, let it dry up, just tap it on the tree, stuff comes right off. So, but yeah, I buy, I save empty juice jugs, milk. Sometimes I don't always keep milk jugs, but I only use like the one for mixing if I have to, if I don't have a bucket or pail. A lot of people like using big, large Ziploc baggies, which that there is a very clean way of doing it. If you don't want to make a mess, because I try to wear plastic gloves when I prepare to do casts and stuff. So yeah, if you want to get a big giant Ziploc baggie, just put your plaster and water in there and mix it that way, like and it's easy mixed. And then when you're ready to pour it into there, just unseal it just enough to where you get just enough pour in there. The other way you could do it, if you think about it like this. Think about how a baker uses the cream bag, the icing bag. You could even take the back corner of the plastic bag and cut a small little hole in the corner and just let it kind of work it in there. That way, for example, if you do happen to have a nice, clear, detailed track and you want to do it right, I would definitely pour the plaster in there slowly, But plus, again, you don't want the plaster like water either. But I've always believed in the consistency of like a pancake batter. That's what I've always looked at. So
you can buy the plaster at anywhere at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Kmart. I mean, Walmart sells it too.
Yeah, Walmart. The only well, if you get the plaster of Paris, but you can go into craft section. They sell them in smaller quantities, already bagged up in pound bags. If you buy 4 pounds, you open up the box, you got 4 little bags in there because each bag's a pound. Then if you buy an 8-pound box, same thing, you get eight bags in there. Or unless you go to Michael's, you'll get the bigger pails, the buckets of them. I know the one out here. That's how they sell the plaster of Paris. I like going to a regular hardware store because I'll get a 20-pound bag. Well, yeah, a 20-pound bag for like $20. So, which is, I thought was a pretty good deal because it'll last you a long. It'll last you a good while depending on how many, how often you use it. So, uh, but yeah, well, actually no, a 20-pound is actually at Ace Hardware up here. It's actually, to be honest, it's about $17. Yeah, so close enough. Um, let's see. So that's how you track. All right, Hot Wheel. Oh yeah. Hold on. I wonder what Tracy's talking about. Oh, somebody's asking who's Richter.
I just put an explanation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess we have people who don't know. Richter Riolo does a roasting of Bigfoot people on his Off the Richter show. You just look for YouTube Off the Richter. And some people love him, some people hate him. He does satire, and he really, sometimes he can be kind of mean. But it just depends if you want to look at it as comedy or if you want to look at it as bashing. So
Yeah.
you either like him and sub him or you don't watch him. So you have to just take it for what it's worth.
Yeah, Richter's actually had me on there before, and like I said, he did a good number with me, and
yeah, but he loves you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But everybody had a good laugh on it though, and
yeah.
I am so looking forward to the one he's got coming out in March. Anyway, as you were saying.
I was just gonna say, Richter's show, he's very much different when you really talk to him, in private. Because we would have chats. We would have chats, and it would be good chats. And people who have seen him at all the conferences also say the same thing, that he's a great guy,
Oh, he is. I got to meet him in Ohio a couple years ago, and I was like, man, he was so laid back,
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I don't know who was more excited to get a hug from each other, him or me. No, I thought it was cool.
He is the Bigfoot community resident.
Yeah.
Homosexual Bigfooter. And he's
here
very
I am.
proud
I'm
of that. So,
yeah. I'm hanging out with, all kinds of people in the bar there at the lodge. And I'm already half lit, got my drink in my hand, and look who rolls in, Richter Riolo.
He was also on the $10 million Bigfoot Bounty Show. If you ever watched that, he was on there. And
Rick. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Richter. Hang out with Richter there. You know who else? It was awesome hanging out with. Man, there was several people in there.
I was jealous because you got to hang out with John Redchun.
That's who I was. Yeah, I was just about to mention because I was hanging out with. We were all at a table. It was me, John.
All-time favorites.
Yeah,
he is, because he doesn't say he's got Bigfoot. He just shows you what he's saying, and he just seems so honest and down to earth to me, and he's really out there. He really goes out in those woods and hikes up and down and in the snow, and his videos are crazy.
I like the one area I found fascinating. I know he shows pictures and videos of some of the areas he goes into, and he actually goes into areas that have been logged. Like literally, logging areas.
Yes.
And I love those areas because I'm like, I can be out in the woods, like certain parts of my research area or certain parts I've been to. You can look up on across from you. There's certain parts of the mountain that stretch, and you can see clearings where they've done logging in patches on the mountain. And I'm looking up there. I'm looking from far distance, and zooming in through my camcorder. I said, "That's where I need to be," because when I see those things. Exactly what I think about. The Patterson footage, the Jerry Cruz, footprints around the logging equipment, So little things like that I think about. I was like, I might see some tracks up there because look, they logged that area and it's all exposed dirt up there, So I don't know. I always thought those things were fascinating. So, yeah. But yeah, anytime I get into an area that's been clogged or opened up, I definitely try to investigate them by all means.
Deb, She just mentioned that he's always on with Tammy Murray. Tammy Murray owns Sweet Sassy Glassy, and this is what I bought from her. That's my Bigfoot pendant. She does awesome work, and she has an Etsy store, and it's called Sweet Sassy Glassy. You have to check her out because she's had some awesome stuff on there. I was so lucky to get the one that I wanted. It looks like a sunset behind it.
Yeah, that is very cool. Yeah, I've had some pretty cool things made from some people. Like all the way from Kentucky, I've have this knife right here, handmade by a blacksmith, Mr. Daniel Lee Hall, right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
sweet.
got my name on that side. Yeah, I love it though. And on the other side is a Sasquatch Skinner. And then of course on the handle, you gotta love the handle, right there. So ECBRO, but this is one of my knives. I have a knife, a much bigger Bowie knife with another leather case that was done by Mr. Walter Tippy. And it's also got the ECBRO and it's got the Sasquatch silhouettes on it. So, with little footprints going around it, which is awesome. I've had that for a few years or so. Not sure where that is. It's probably with my other stuff, but it's not within sight. But yeah, I think I've showed it off before. So, and see, I get mail that comes to my parents' house, so I haven't been able to get it. I finally got over there today after work to finally pick up Paranormal Bigfoot. So
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
check. Yeah, I'll be able to check that out. It's still in the plastic. I haven't opened it up yet. But yeah, the only people I know on here, well, I recognize. I guess that's Tony Merkel, and I'm not so sure who the other people are. Well, of course I know Russell Accord on the back, and then Darby Orcutt right here. Darby Orcutt, he was one of my speakers last year.
Mm.
So, and then of course on the famous cover you got Ron Moorhead, Bob Gimlin, and I'm not sure who that guy is. I don't know. He looks somewhat familiar, but this one right here, does he look familiar? Who that might be?
Is that? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. There's
Too much glare. I couldn't see.
yeah. I'm not sure. It's all good, but looking forward to watching that one. So, let's see. Seeing if anybody on the live chat knew, but it's all good.
Yeah.
We're coming up on 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock already.
Yeah, 10:01 here.
Jeez, time went fast. This 2 hours for me went fast.
Oh man, you guys make sure you guys give this video a like. So
are we still doing that one on Friday?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we're gonna be back on Friday.
That's right, guys. You guys got to come back, all 42 plus your friends and your neighbors. Tell them to come back to this YouTube channel. So Friday night at 8 p.m. we'll be live. That's right. If you guys want to go watch a video right now of us being, never mind. I'll leave that alone. No, I could stir up some trouble right now if I wanted to.
No, you're not.
But I am being deceived by the dark side.
So thanks everybody for coming tonight, and we had fun for an impromptu night, and it was good questions, and I had a good time. So, and thanks for subbing me. That was awesome. That was very unexpected.
Oh yeah,
videos coming soon.
So
oh absolutely.
Now I got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Hey, B said she didn't get her notification when I went live. Do you think maybe she didn't hit the bell icon when she subscribed to me?
Well, it's been acting weird. You can have it subbed, and some people have to unsub you and then resub you and hit it. And then it captures again.
Oh, okay. That's weird. So
because that had happened to me. I knew to get on for you, but it wasn't notifying me. And so I had to unsub, resub, and then hit again, and then it started working. So it's just YouTube trying to get people off. They just don't want to pay people who have a lot of videos, a lot of likes and views.
Yeah.
But
Michelle
anyway,
Owens.
What happened?
No, I was reading. She was Michelle Owens says, "Luke, I am your father."
Oh, lady. D, thank you. She subbed.
I'm definitely gonna get off here and watch some. Whenever we do get off, I'm gonna get on here and watch some. Get off here and watch some Bigfoot researchers and stuff like that. It's fun.
Oh yeah, you watched. There's a new episode that's been going on for the last couple of months now. I think it's like Bigfoot Comedy Central joke hoaxers 101.
Who?
I'm gonna look.
It's a new show, but they do their show through Facebook Live. There's a new show called Bigfoot Bullshitter Hoaxers 101.
Bigfoot Bullshitter. I never heard of that one.
Because I made it up.
Oh, you shithead! Really? See what they do to me?
She was right. Taylor, she was writing it down.
I was writing it down.
I wonder how many other people were like,
"Oh my
god!"
Well, it's like a word you used earlier. I wrote it down. I thought it was
writing it down. It wasn't just me.
Yeah.
Well, I wrote. See, I keep a notepad next to me, and I write down all kinds of stuff. And because sometimes I often forget things, so it's like there was one word you were talking about something earlier, and you mentioned October, but you said October-ish. I was like, that's a new word. I wrote it down. Yeah, I put the word October-ish. Yeah, I know what you meant.
That's funny. I think we're
Donald
getting tired now.
Laughing. So awesome. So yeah, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming in on tonight. We had great talk again as usual, and we had some fun here, and definitely love you guys to be a part of this and keep continue on following us. I think the Squatch Watchers are gonna just convert to our channel, so so you don't want to miss them. Keep subscribing.
We're gonna have to organize this so that everybody has a day to come on, so that we'll be all filled up.
Yeah,
because I don't want to miss anybody's.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You just made me think about something. You said everybody has a chance to come on. What about if there's anybody that's usually on the live chat that wants to join in and talk with us live? We could start arranging that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like just let them on there and then interact with us. That way they could, because some people have a lot of questions, and maybe it might be easier just to get them on live with us.
Yeah,
and we could have a discussion with them that way. Kind of like an interview, but let them interview us. Because there's people out there that love to ask questions. Yeah, and that's what we love. We love answering questions to the best of our ability. So, so hey, real quick before we go off here, Taylor. Like, I know, like, between your family, and I was mainly going to ask you about your girlfriend, but what's she think about your Bigfoot thing?
She supports it 100%, but like she just stays out of it. She's skeptic, but she did come one time, and we found a small cast. I mean, she couldn't explain that. We found a little small print, and she could not explain it. She's like, okay, that kind of gets me. I mean. But yeah, she's behind us. She'll like tell all of her friends and stuff about it. So every time I'll go to like dinner with her or something, at her families, they're all asking me Bigfoot questions. You do this really? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. That is pretty fun. Awesome, I enjoy it. I do. They're like, you can't believe in that. I'm like, I have nothing to gain from lying to anyone. Like we don't have anything to gain. It ain't like we're all out here making thousands and millions of dollars off of this. It's just like. I enjoy it. It's fun.
Well, next time you go over her family's house for dinner, have her father come outside, tell him, "Hey, I need your hand." Yeah. Start dragging out this Bigfoot body out there. Come on. Yeah. Off your roof, you ran over Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh yeah. God.
I told you he's real.
Yeah.
So, oh man, oh that's cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in my family, I know that I have both believers or non-believers, and like I got two oldest sisters. My sister Melissa, the oldest out of the two. Yeah, she's been quiet about it a lot lately, but she's the one that usually gives me heck. Now my sister Melanie, yeah, Melanie is awesome because she's a total believer in it. Her daughter, her second oldest, Ashley, yeah, they're both really into that. I know Melanie. Every time she goes hiking with one of her friends, she's like, she'll send me pictures of what appears to be tracks and stuff, and whatever, and she'll tell me things she might have heard, around these different, in the woods and stuff where they go, and I
Yeah.
was like, she's like very fascinated by it,
Yeah.
and then like it's like, oh, the BFRO is right up the road from us. I said, what? Stuff like that. She's very excited about it. So
Yeah. That's awesome.
And I was like, her little boy, he's got autism. He's about 11 years old. And I said, you've been trying to get them. My father would love for her to move down here.
Yeah.
And especially that way we spend. Dad wants to spend more time with his grandson.
Yeah.
Because his father's never spent time with him. Even while my sister was together, before they divorced, because Melanie used to have to take him to Boy Scouts and everything.
Yeah.
And when he was in the Boy Scout program, all the other kids had BB guns except for him. Dad went out and bought him a brand new BB gun so he could have one.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dad definitely wanted to have him make sure he had his first Daisy BB gun, Red Ryder.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's funny though, because my sister Melanie, she'll buy him Bigfoot T-shirts and everything else, or if I design a shirt, I'll make sure I send him one, stuff like that. But I remember when he was still little, when he was much littler anyway. His talking was was, I don't know, like he could talk, but I remember him asking me about, could we go looking for Bigfoot? Yeah, I always thought that was cute, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister, being up there in Rhode Island and we're down here is like,
Yeah.
And I tried to direct my sister. I said, Melody, I said, look, there's people up there I know. I said, and they'll be glad to get together with you if you find the time,
Yeah.
So, but like, right out of Massachusetts, there's a big, Bigfoot group, so. But I don't know. That's one thing I try to do with other people too. Is like they're in a certain area and they want to get involved with Bigfooting. I was like, well, I know somebody that has their own group there. I said I could send them a message. I could reach out to them and see if they're interested in, letting anyone else join them. So I'm always finding myself trying to help people out, connect with others. So
Yeah.
But so it's all good. But I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to jump off here. I'm rambling on again. So
No, you're good. You're good.
So yeah, we've been on for a couple hours, and for some reason it feels so warm in here, and I don't have the heat on now, at all. But so. I don't know. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for being on the live chat with us tonight in interaction. Don't forget Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And go check out our website, VirginiaBigfootCon.com. June 29th, right here in Virginia, Waynesboro, Virginia. We're having our second annual Virginia Bigfoot Conference. You're not going to want to miss that. And we got a week-long camping expedition, primitive camping, all the details, anything else you need to know, just ask questions. Most of your information is right there in the website. So, and thank you, Tracy Arnold just posted the Facebook link for that. Because we have a Facebook event page, so check that out. I share a lot of photos and updates in there as much as possible. So, yeah, get your tickets now. Book your room, the hotel for the venue. There is a discount for group attendees, so check that out. And I think that about does it. Michael said I'm a disabled veteran. I don't walk very well. Can crawl good and can. Oh, okay. I didn't know what that was about. So thank you guys again. You guys keep it squatchy.